corporations. That's the territories. You've got to understand their wording. This is where we're being hammered. We have to go back and understand what they're saying. When she said territory, she didn't mean the ground, she didn't mean the land, she meant she only had jurisdiction over the municipal corporations, over the public offices, not the citizens inside of it. She's absolutely right. But we didn't know that, and the guy got hammered on this. When she said that she had subject matter, I went back in and looked up subject matter. She has subject matter providing it dealt with a monetary damage amount of money. That's her subject matter. Money. There had to be a claim of so much money put before her. That was never done by the prosecutor. Prosecutor didn't come in and sit here and say, well, he damaged some property and we're asking for $160. Ain't what she said. This is where we're being misled by these courts. This is where the problem's coming in. You need to get into your state's chapter that deals with your court system. Read the definitions of your courts. What's their jurisdiction? How it lies. Go back and read their wording on this stuff. This is where we're getting hammered. Get into also the rules of evidence. This is stuff we just come up with in the last few weeks. I've been talking to people and we're starting to go back in and do the research. Because the rules of evidence sits there and tells you how the prosecutor has to bring certain things in. If you don't know how to bring it in, you don't know how to go back and do a rebuttal, then it wasn't brought in properly. You use it in reverse on them.
Let me just jump in here real quick. On this small issue alone, how many here know how to put evidence in before the judge? Some of you that I recognize do know that. Majority of you do not know that you put the evidence before the judge by way of the coroner. The coroner is the office that holds the evidence file, not the clerk. So stop filing papers. Start serving the clerk by process service. The paper will still get in the file because they're going to put it in there, but you are not. You have submitted your evidence to the coroner or the medical examiner and got it into the correct evidence file. This all plays in our abilities to hold these public servants accountable for the misprision of felony, for misuse of federal funding, for
treason?
No, the official misconduct. My brain has been a little fuzzy this morning. And so when you learn the little ins and outs of how to put your evidence properly before the court, how to call your witnesses, how to hold the charges of treason when you find that the public servants in that room are actually committing treason every day. This is what we're here to tell you, how to get to the fishing hole. Once you're able to do that, and to come back in, as Rod and I will show you, how we have married private attorney general with county postmaster, you will be astounded.
Part of what we're running into, and I've talked to people since I've been doing this since 2001, 2002. We sit down and we're talking about the Constitution. When we're sitting here talking about the Constitution, we was talking about what was created in 1789. But we're running into a snag. We're sitting here saying, well, are you talking the organic Constitution or are you talking the corporate Constitution? Well, we've got two constitutions here. One's organic, one's corporation. Can we tell the difference between the two? If I sit here and shuffle them, can you tell me which one was the organic and which one's the corporate? They're one and the same. And I'm going to sit down. I want to do a demonstration here. I want to show you how we're getting into the problem here. Because what we're having with a lot of these groups They're trying to separate themselves from the system. They're trying to get out of the system. You can't get out of it. They are coming into us. They're coming into our space. So when you're getting out and you're giving up your birth certificate, you're giving up your driver's license, you're giving up your social security number, you're giving up your voting registration, you're giving up your bank accounts, you're giving up debit cards and all this stuff, you're actually giving up your citizenship to this country. You're not giving it up to the corporation. You're giving it up to this country. And I'm going to demonstrate this, how we did. Because we did it last time, worked out pretty good, but now we got more room. It's got to work out a lot better. I'm going to need some volunteers. Okay. I'm going to need you two. Okay. We get you a minute, Omar. Hang in there. All right. We know the United States, the average everyday person knows the United States as from the Pacific Ocean to Atlantic Ocean to Canada to Mexico. This is the United States. It's a geographical area of this country. Okay? Inside this country we have states, which is a geographical area within the states that makes up this country. This is the state, which is inside the United States. Inside the states, we have what is known as counties. Counties is a geographical area within the states that make up the state, which makes up the United States. So this is part of how we're looking at things with our understanding. Within the county, you have municipalities. This is your cities, your Los Angeles, your Sacramento, your little burgs. This is where the politicians come from. Politicians don't come from the United States. Politicians don't come from the state. Politicians come from the county and from the municipality. This is where you got to elect them from. This is where they're part of. Okay? We need... I need a DC here. Where's sweetie? You're DC. Okay. DC is the District of Columbia. This is not part of the United States, but it's constitutional. It's the 10 square miles that sits within these borders. This is the district. This is where the headquarters are for the corporation. This is constitutional. All right. Whenever we sit down and do an election on public officials, we do it from here. We do it from the municipality and we do it from the county. When we elect these people on the state level for municipality, for the county level, we elect them for the state level, and we elect them to go into D.C. on the D.C. level, which is the United States. They represent